Converting hours to minutes and minutes to hours. When doing time calculations, sometimes we need to have the time entirely in hours, or in minutes, or a mixture of both. Therefore, we need to be able to convert between these different forms. Okay, let's look at a normal clock face. Now let's remember that to go from here once round the clock, well, that's in minutes, that's 60 minutes. So what would 15 minutes look like on here? So there's 15 minutes. And hopefully you can see that as a fraction of the whole clock face, it's 1/4. So what does that tell us? Well, if you remember that 60 minutes equals 1 hour, then it tells us that 15 minutes is equal to 1/4 of an hour. If we're wanting to change 1/4 into a decimal, because that's sometimes very useful, then that is of course a quarter of 60, 15 minutes, or 0.25 of an hour. Okay, let's have a look now at what 30 minutes is going to look like on our clock face. Okay, so here we now have half an hour shaded in on the clock. That's the same as 30 minutes. So that allows us to say 30 minutes is equal to half an hour. And if we're turning it into a decimal, it's equal to 0.5 of an hour. Okay, one more to look at. What is 45 minutes going to look like on our clock face here? 45 minutes. Okay, that's us now got 45 minutes shaded in. So 45 minutes, and we can hopefully see that that is equal to 3/4 of an hour. If we want to turn 3/4 of an hour into a decimal, then you could use your calculator. That would be 3 divided by 4 if you didn't remember, but hopefully you can work out that that's 0.75 of an hour. Okay, here's an example to try. If you have 1.5 hours, pause the video and try and turn that into a mixture of hours and minutes, and then turn it into purely minutes. Okay, so 1.5 hours is going to be equal to 1 hour, 30 minutes, and that's also going to be equal to 90 minutes. Let's try another example. This time, let's go for this. Let's go for 7 hours and 15 minutes. Let's see if we can turn that into hours on their own? And can you give that as a fraction, as a mixed number, and as a decimal? Okay, so as a mixed number, giving us 7 hours 15 minutes just in hours, that's going to be 7 and 1/4 hours, and as a decimal, that's going to be 7.25 hours. Okay, let's try one more example. And let's try 6.25 hours. Okay, so what, first of all, is that going to be as a mixed number, as a whole number and a fraction, like this example here? It's going to be 6 and 1/4 hours. Okay, so we have it as a decimal and as a mixed number. Can we turn it into a mixture of hours and minutes, like we've got here? In case you forget, just remember that 1/4 of an hour is equal to 15 minutes. And so 6.25 hours is equal to 6 and 1/4 hours, and that's also equal to 6 hours 15 minutes. Thanks for watching.